Let me walk you through a Tuesday. It's 6 a.m., you are already awake, and it's not because of your alarm clock. It's because of Slack. And there are 14 unread messages. At least two of them are questions your team could have answered without you. But of course it didn't. So here you are lying in your bed, typing replies before your feet even gets to touch the ground. By 7:30, you have skipped the workout, reheated coffee that maybe went cold about an hour ago, and your chest is already tight from the to-do list you have today. You have a strategy call at 9 that you still lead because it's too important to hand off. You know that is not sustainable to the point that you say out loud at least once a week, and yet nothing changes. If all of that sounds familiar, stay with me because this video is about why your week looks like that and what has to change. I am Tricia Harrison, founder of the Remote Catalyst. I work with 6 and 7-figure service providers, coaches, consultants, and agency owners who have built revenue, teams, and reputations, and who are still quietly the most overworked person in their own business. Today, we are talking about something most founders do not want to hear. And I am going to say it plainly because that is what I do. You are the CEO on paper and the operator in reality. You may have the title, you have the revenue, you might even have an org chart with your name at the top. But if someone followed you through a Tuesday, they would not see a CEO. They would see a person putting out fires, rewriting deliverables, answering questions the team should already know the answers to, and doing the actual work of running the business instead of leading it. And here's the part that stings a little. It has nothing to do with time management. It's all about your business design. Your business was built around you. Every system, every decision path, every quality check runs through one person, you. So today, I want to give you 3 things you can start changing. And I want to be honest about what that fix looks like because it goes deeper than most people want to admit. Now, let me finish that Tuesday story for you because it does not get better after 9 a.m. Between 9 and noon, you are back to back on call. A team check-in that probably surfaced 3 things that should have been handled without you. A discovery call with a referral you are so excited but terrified to take because you genuinely do not know where you would put another client in your current schedule. Between calls, you are approving social posts, troubleshooting a broken automation, and probably answering DMs. Lunch ends up getting skipped or eaten standing up. And you tell yourself you will back to your SOPs this afternoon. And you know full well you will most definitely not be doing that. By the afternoon, a deliverable came back wrong. A team member gave notice, and all the institutional knowledge that they carry is about to walk out through the door because none of it was documented. You try to do the CEO level thinking you know you are supposed to be doing. You get interrupted, let's say 6 times. You review work that is almost right but not quite, and you rewrite parts of it yourself while having the reoccurring thought of why can't the team just handle this? Now by 9 p.m., your children are probably in bed. You are back at the laptop, and this is when you do your real work. The invoicing, the proposals, the strategy you were supposed to do during business hours. You made, let's say, 30K, 50K, maybe even 100K this month, and you have zero life to show for it. I describe this day to founders on calls, and the most common response is silence. Then I'm asked, Tricia, how do you know my life? I know it because it's the same pattern in almost every business I walk into. And it has a name. You bought yourself a job. So why does this keep happening? And why do smart, capable founders stay stuck here for months and sometimes years? It's 3 reasons. And the first one is the business was designed around you from the beginning, from the get-go. So when you started, you did everything because you had to. You were the sales, delivery, customer service, bookkeeper, and HR all in one. And that worked at 10K months, but it does not work at 50K months. But the architecture of the business never changed. You added people, you did not redesign how the work flows. So your team has hands but no map. They come to you for direction on things that should be decided without you because there's no system telling them what the standard is or what decision to make. The second one is your standards live in your head and not in a system. This is the one founders push back on the hardest. Nobody can do it as well as I can. I hear that every single week. And here is what I have found to be true almost every time. Your standards are not too high, they're just undocumented. Your team isn't failing to meet the bar, they just can't see the bar. It was never written down. It only lives in your brain and it comes out as corrections after the fact. And that is exhausting for you and demoralizing for them. Now, the third one is you have tried delegation before and it failed, so you stop trusting it. You might have hired a VA, maybe you've tried an OBM, you invested in coaching, and somewhere along the way, you ended up with more work and not less. So you pulled it all the way back in and decided it is faster if I just do it myself. And that sentence, my friend, is the most expensive sentence in your business. And it isn't because it is wrong in the moment. It is often true in the moment. But every time you say it, you are reinforcing a design where nothing works without you. So what do you do about it? I want to give you 3 things you can start this week. None of them require a new hire. None of them require new software. They require honesty and about 2 hours of your time. The first one is audit your Tuesday. Pick one full work day this week. Set a timer every 30 minutes. And when it goes off, write down what you just spent that half an hour doing. Not what you plan to do, what you actually did. At the end of the day, sort every task into 2 columns. Column 1, things I can do, and column 2, things I did because no one else was going to do them. Most founders find that 60 to 70% of their day is in column 2. That is your design problem staring right back at you in black and white. You cannot fix what you have not measured, so you need to measure it. Number 2 is to separate your decisions from tasks. One of the biggest traps is believing that being involved in everything means that you are leading. Involvement is not leadership. Most of what you are involved in does not require your judgment. It requires a documented standard. So look at column 2's list from your audit. For each item, ask, is my team coming to me because this genuinely requires me or my brain, or because there's no written process telling them what to do? 9 times out of 10, the answer is the second one. Those items do not need your time. They need a decision written down once, so nobody has to ask you again. Now, number 3, document one undocumented standard this week. Pick the thing your team asks you about most often. Recurring question, the deliverable they keep getting almost right, and write down what right looks like. This does not have to be a fancy SOP. Literally open a Google document and write, when you are doing this task, here is what done looks like. Then list the 3 to 5 things they have to do or that has to be true for you to call it finished. And that's it. One document, one standard, out of your head and onto a page. If you do that once a week in 3 months, you will have documented at least a dozen standards your team is currently guessing at. That changes the texture of the entire workday. Now I gave you 3 things because they are real and they work and you can start them today. But I want to be honest about the bigger picture. These 3 steps help you see the problem clearly. They do not solve the root cause. The root cause is that your business was not designed to run without you. The entire operational architecture, how work gets assigned, how quality gets checked, how decisions get made, how information moves from one person to the next. All of it routes through you. And until that architecture gets redesigned, you will keep being the operator, no matter how many tasks you delegate. Delegation without redesign is just moving tasks from your plate to someone else's plate while you watch over their shoulder. That is not freedom, and that is management with a whole lot of extra steps. The solution is rebuilding the operational infrastructure so your business can absorb help when someone joins your team. There's a system waiting for them and standards that they can see, decision trees they can follow, a quality framework that does not live in your head. That is the work I do with my clients. I walk into the business, diagnose where the design is breaking, and install the infrastructure so the business runs without the founder holding it all together. I want you to walk away with this today. You built something amazing. You have good revenue, amazing clients, a team that depends on you. That is extraordinary, and you should be proud of it. Hell, I'm even proud of you. And the fact that it all runs through you right now is not a failure. It is a design that has outgrown its blueprint, and that is fixable. Start with the audit. Measure your Tuesday or your Wednesday or your Thursday, your Friday, whichever day it is for you, and see where your time is actually going. Then separate the decisions from the task and document one standard this week. That alone will start to shift how your business operates. If you want to go deeper on this, join my email list. Every week I send a deeper dive with exclusive content I do not share anywhere else. It's operational breakdowns, frameworks, and the things I see inside of businesses just like yours that most people never talk about publicly. The link is in the description. And if you are watching this and thinking, I already know my business is designed around me, I have known this for months. I just do not know what to build instead. That is exactly what my diagnostic audit is for. I will show you where the design is breaking and what it takes to fix it. That link is in the description too. So join my email list if this was useful. That is where the real useful content is. I will see you in the next video.